Broadcasting live from the ILTV studios located here at University Drive. Welcome to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Moncur. I'm a Justice of the Peace here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I'm also a member of the local Catholic Christian community. To my right, my spiritual advisor, Bradley Roll. Bradley, welcome to Freedom March.
Thank you. Good to be here.
And of course, today happens to be Friday, the 12th day of June in the year of our Lord 2024. It's powerful. The Health Minister, Dr. Michael Darville, has announced that at 5 p.m. this afternoon, he shall meet with members of the official opposition Free National Movement to educate them on the proposed legislation legalizing drugs, marijuana. So that's going to be very interesting. And I'm very concerned about the legalization of marijuana. And of course, a bishop from the Southern District of the island has announced that he is on dialysis, if I understand him clearly. He goes to have dialysis for 3 days. But if I understand the bishop, and he is purported to be a man of God, he is arguing that with the legalization of marijuana, his blood shall be cleansed. It might be true. I must confess, I am not as educated, I'm not as sophisticated. But if marijuana can solve the dialysis situation in this nation, Lord have mercy on my Negro ignorance. So they are some of the things that is troubling me. And of course, there are still one or two issues that I want to look at. There are one or two issues that I shall be looking at. But I was overwhelmed when I came to understand this Bishop Simeon Hall and what he's saying. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the Negro people. God save the King. It's a wonderful day in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I'll be right back after the break. Hold on, everybody. It's powerful today. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker, and of course, Bradley Rule is my spiritual advisor, and I shall go to him immediately so that he can set the stage spiritually.
Thank you so
Rule.
much. Good to be here, Senator. Today we got a very powerful read. Today we're going to go to the book of John chapter 6, 53 to 59. And I'm very eager to reply today to a text that I got concerning this passage and whether or not Jesus Christ was in fact promoting or endorsing cannibalism. No, he wasn't, texter. Here's what Jesus actually meant when he said to his disciples in John chapter 6, 53 to 59. He says, listen, Jesus said to them, verily, verily, I tell you, unless you eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, you have no life in you. Whoever eats my flesh and drinks my blood has eternal life, and I will raise them up at the last day. For my flesh is real food, and my blood is real drink. Whoever eats my flesh and drinks my blood remains in me, and I in them. Just as the living Father sent me, and I live because of the Father, so the one who feeds on me will live because of me. And this is the bread that came down from heaven. Your ancestors ate manna and died, but whoever feeds on this bread will live forever. John chapter 6, 53 to 59. He said this while teaching in the synagogue in Capernaum. This is the word of God, and of course Jesus Christ was alluding to the Lord's Supper, which will of course be introduced after just before he was arrested on the night he was betrayed, and then of course the disciples would keep it as a memorial until he comes back. So John chapter 6, 53 to 59, Jesus Christ is actually talking about the Lord's Supper, eating the bread and drinking from the cup. The word of God is forever and ever blessed. Amen. Thank you, Medusa. Back to you, Senator.
I thank you, my spiritual advisor. Well, folks, yesterday you would recall that I brought to your attention the sinking of a vessel. I'm in a position to tell you that the vessel is called the Master Rue, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. And of course, I told you yesterday that there were 2 men who were killed, but we now have heard a report from the authorities which has informed us that there are 4 people who perished, that this ship had approximately 8 members on board, and of course we have been able to identify the captain. He's Captain Melvin Pulci, and Captain Melvin Pulci is from Honduras. His 21-year-old son, the chief engineer, Gabriel Jackson, and a man who is suspected of being the cook. So that incident took place. We now have been informed by the authorities that this vessel was heading from Grand Bahama to Norman's Cay. Yesterday I told you that my understanding was that it had come, or it was heading to Chub Cay, but we now know from the authorities that it came from Grand Bahama and it was heading to Norman's Cay. An examination of the international registry shows that this is registered in Panama. It has a Panamanian flag, and of course there is no evidence that it is licensed here in the Bahamas, and so it's a question as to what the port controller and the Admiral Marshal, who happens to be Boyne Wright. So that is a major piece of scandal that requires investigation. So there were a total of 8 people on that boat, 4 died, 4 escaped, and we have not heard if they were taken into custody by immigration. We have not been informed whether or not they were lawfully working here in the Bahamas, and so it requires an investigation, and we feel that Mr. Wright is not doing sufficiently to protect the interests of the Bahamas. That is as much as I'm going to say for the time being. I'm going to have some special guests at some point, and I've decided I won't row while my special guest is in studio. But once it is over, I could end up returning to certain topics. I think it's powerful. You don't have to comment, my spiritual advisor.
I mean, we understand, I mean, from what I'm hearing, are there not 4 people that are missing, they're saying? There are 4 people missing of this vessel.
There were a total of 8.
Right. 4 is missing, right?
4 is dead.
Oh, they can confirm that?
Well, I'm telling you that 4 is dead.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There is a video that has been circulating in which it is purported that it is the captain who's screaming and shouting for help in a foreign tongue.
Okay.
But the captain and his son and 2 others were lost at sea.
It's unfortunate.
We understand that the Defense Force has been out looking for them, were unsuccessful, and a person who's close to those people, they've asked me in desperation what I think they should do. So I give them the story of a Long Island group. I told them that there was an organization in Long Island called Head Knowles, and some years ago there was a Bahamian who, it was believed, his plane crashed in the ocean, and when the Defense Force and other law enforcement agencies were unable to find any evidence of the crash, everybody turned to Head Knowles, and they were successful in perhaps identifying the area that it was believed that the plane crashed, and they were able to retrieve certain evidence. So it might be that we may have to find out whether or not Long Island Head Knowles group still exists so that they can provide us with some assistance. Do you remember?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
I think that is what it is. Well, the media, I think it was ZNS, spoke with Bishop Simeon Hall today, and the bishop, who is the bishop from the southern part of the island, he revealed that he is on dialysis, and he is taking dialysis 3 times a week. If we understood Bishop Simeon Hall correctly, he has strongly suggested that with the legalization of this dangerous drug called marijuana, which shall be debated in the Parliament on Monday, he believes that it will cure his issue, if I understood him clearly. And I'm kind of shocked that Dr. Simeon Hall, a well-educated man, where did he get it from that either the smoking of marijuana and or the extraction of whatever chemical from the marijuana could perhaps cure a person who has a damaged kidney and therefore they are required to have dialysis. I really wish that Bishop Simeon Hall will perhaps provide us with some more information on this medical breakthrough, and it is our hope that we can extend an invitation to him so he can explain that to me. And if he's able to persuade me that the smoking of dangerous drugs, the smoking of marijuana, and or the extraction of any chemical to fight kidney disease will prevent people from going on dialysis machine, I think he would have me convinced. But meanwhile, the Minister of Health has told at least one member of the media today that at 5 p.m. there's going to be a meeting with members of the opposition to ensure that they are clear on the proposed bill, which will be debated on Monday. I'm going to return to this topic because I want the minister to know that most of the FNMs, they're well qualified to discuss dope smoking. And so this is going to be very interesting. And I regret that their meeting is not open to the public, because I think it would have been a great idea to see the various youthful parliamentarians meeting to discuss the legalization of marijuana. And it is my hope that in the course of the debate, every member of parliament who has smoked marijuana, for whatever reason, that they will tell the parliament, they will confess to the nation that they have smoked dope and that they think that it should be legalized. I think that should be a condition. Who in the parliament will be man or woman enough to admit that they have been smoking marijuana from they were youths? That would be very, very interesting, my spiritual advisor. What do you think?
Senator, I mean, if the legalization of medicinal use for marijuana is going to be helpful medically, why not? Why not help some of our sick people get well?
Okay. So let's say it's going to be used for medicinal purposes.
Yeah, why not?
Now tell me about the recreational aspect of it.
We're not concerned about the recreational aspect of it. But I'm not concerned about that.
Yeah, but in this legislation comes the recreational use.
But that's not the discussion now. The discussion is the medicinal use of marijuana.
But you're ignoring what I said.
Okay.
They're not passing a portion or a part of the law that deals specifically with medicinal use.
So they're going to pass the law, a general law.
Yeah, you'd be able to smoke your little dope.
Oh, okay.
All right. So
well, they're smoking it now, Sandra. You recognize that?
Yeah,
they're smoking dope now.
They are smoking
even
dope,
though it's illegal, they're smoking dope now.
And it has contributed to the mental breakdown of hundreds of young people.
Where's your scientific evidence for that?
I used to work at Sunderland's. See, that's one of the
that's so many years ago.
That is one of the advantages that I have. One of the advantages that I have is I worked on the admission ward at the Sunderland's Rehabilitation Center.
And there were patients who came in.
The second advantage that I had is I worked the ghost shift. So
you worked what?
The ghost shift.
Which is?
Well,
what, 11 to 7? 12 to 8?
Perhaps you can say that.
Okay.
And therefore, I had an opportunity to read medical files. So I'm in a position.
Was that legal what you did though?
My job was
you went
always
into the
lawful.
doctor's office and you read files?
Take it from me. I had to assist in
I don't know if that
the
was right,
psychiatric care. And then, of course, there were some very interesting citizens who came. So we had to know precisely what was wrong with our brothers, what was wrong with our sisters. So I'm in a position, having worked in a mental institution,
namely
Sunderland's Rehabilitation Center. You didn't know I worked there?
Okay.
Yeah, I worked there. Why you think I'm able to play crazy good? I worked there, right? So they can't talk to me. They can't. Because I have seen the damaging effect of the use and abuse of marijuana, and I remain still in opposition to it.
Senator,
Yeah.
they advance in a very interesting argument about the medicinal use of marijuana
Yes.
and the possible effect it can have on folks who suffer from certain medical issues.
Yeah, Simeon Hall say dialysis.
Now, I mean, is he saying that the use of marijuana can help with kidney issues? Is that what he's saying?
If
Have you spoken to him though? Where'd you get your information from?
He's on radio.
Oh, okay.
If I understood him clearly, and you must forgive me because I'm not that educated, but he has advanced an argument that he has to be placed on dialysis 3 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
And he has suggested strongly that with the legalization of marijuana and the use of marijuana for medicinal purposes, it will cure the issue of perhaps not using the dialysis machine. And in my limited education, I reject that argument, assuming I understood him correctly. So perhaps I think it's a duty if we should invite him so that perhaps he could defend this new intellectual
Right, but if that
position.
is the case, wouldn't you want that for him to be able to be cured of his illness?
Bishop Simeon, if smoking dope and
I don't know if he wants to smoke it. There's a possibility he may want them to extract the...
let's put it this way, let's not personalize it to him.
Okay.
If anyone has kidney issues, and if they say, if you smoke dope, it will perhaps cure you, I would put up no objection.
Okay.
Right? I'll put up no objection. If they say to me that you can extract, what do you
Is it
extract?
the HTC?
And that can help in the curing of kidney problems?
Medically, yes. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Anyway, this is Freedom March. What a wonderful day in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. We'll be right back after the break. Hold on, everybody. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker, and of course, I have in studio with me two special guests who hails from my Christian denomination, which is the Holy Roman Catholic Church. So at my extreme right, I want to welcome Brother Robert Coakley. And Brother Coakley, I am calling your name correctly, right?
You absolutely are.
And he, of course, is a member of St. Joseph Catholic Church. So I welcome you.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Monco.
It's my pleasure. And then, of course, I have Sister Mary Benedict Pratt. She's also a member of St. Joseph Catholic Church. And if I've learned my lesson correctly, she has been a nun for 68 years. And I'm only 67. And if I live to November, I'll be 68. So, Sister Mary Benedict Pratt, I want to welcome you to Freedom March.
Thank you, Mr. Monker.
And of course, let's open up the discussion. Robert, what is this wonderful occasion that I have both you and Sister Mary Benedict Pratt here today?
Okay, Mr. Monker, we're here to discuss the annual stakeout for St. Martin's Monastery.
Yes.
This has been going on for the past 14 years.
Yes.
And generally speaking, what it is, it's a major fundraiser for the nuns of St. Martin's Monastery right there on Nassau Street.
Right on Nassau Street.
Yeah, most people should be familiar with them. And it's a fundraiser because the nuns now they're getting on up in age.
Yes.
And you know they need our help at this time.
Of course.
And of course we're using this stakeout, like I said earlier, as a major fundraiser. But we need to keep in mind that the nuns in, well, not only the Benedictine nuns, but nuns, Catholic nuns in
Yes.
general,
Yes.
first started education in the Bahamas in 1889.
Okay.
That's 135 years ago.
Wow.
And they've still been going strong. And the first school was St. Francis School, which is now the current St. Francis and Joseph Primary School.
Yes.
Which was started in 1889.
Yes.
And the nuns over the years, over these 135 years, have educated scores of thousands of persons in the country. We're
That's
talking
true.
lawyers, doctors, prime ministers, cabinet ministers, you name it. They've educated many contributing members of our society today who are making tremendous contributions and continue to make tremendous contributions to our society. So I am of the view, and many others are probably of the view, that this country owes a debt of gratitude to Catholic education. I mean, generally speaking, but in Catholic education.
And health care.
And healthcare, and you're correct. You remember Hardecker Clinic,
Yes.
right by Our Lady School.
And there was one at St. Francis.
That is correct. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
remember that one, but I
Right.
remember Hardecker.
Well, that's the one I used to go to.
That's when you used to go to. You used to get your shots.
Yeah, everything.
Everything excellent.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So so like I said, I just think this will be a good way to support the nuns and to show the gratitude and to show to give gratitude and to be thankful for what they've done for this country, because let's not underestimate. When you look at private schools in this country, they essentially take a lot of pressure off of the government.
That is true.
Because by their providing seats and facilities, and those are children that the government does not really have to worry about education. And yes, they do provide grant and aid to them, but still, they're helping the government out.
There's no doubt about
in a
it.
tremendous way. And particularly, I'm a Catholic, so I'm going to obviously highlight Catholic education. And I remember about 35 years ago, when they were celebrating the 100th anniversary of Catholic education, there was this slogan, and you could correct me if I'm wrong.
Catholic education is a gift to the nation.
There we go.
Wow. So, Sister Mary Benedict Pratt, were you a teacher?
Yes, I was a teacher all my life. In fact, when I retired, I had taught for 50 years.
Really?
Yes. I started out with teaching in the government school in Clarencetown, Long Island.
Okay.
And then I entered the monastery at St. Martin Monastery, and I continued teaching there. And I retired in 2002.
Wow. That's roughly 23 years ago.
Yes.
Oh, and if I may ask, what school were you then teaching at the date of your retirement?
I was not teaching at any school. I was a superintendent of Catholic education, which meant I was responsible for the entire school system.
Really?
She was in charge.
This is great. This is great
Right.
news. Yes. So, so give me a little story about your the monastery. Am I saying it correctly?
Monastery,
Yeah,
yes, that's
yes.
fine. The British say monastery.
Okay. Yeah. Is it called the Sisters of Charity?
No, we are Benedictine sisters.
Benedictine Sisters. But
Yes.
at one point there was the Sisters of
The
Charity.
Sisters of Charity they were here
Right.
from 1889.
From 1889.
Yes.
Okay. Would you give me a little history about your monastery?
Monastery.
I'm trying to guard my words so that I could, help me out.
Well, we are presently we are 10 sisters at St. Martin Monastery on 96 Nassau Street.
Yes.
And we have, in fact, we are 10 sisters, but only about 5 of us are
Active?
available in the sense of moving around and continuing to work in the monastery.
Okay.
The others are, some of those are sick, some
Okay.
of those are bedridden.
Yes.
They can't move, so we have to get help
Right.
to assist us for 24 hours.
Right.
Those sisters who are in bed.
With health
Yes,
care.
yes.
Okay.
But St. Martin's Monastery was on Nassau Street for 87 years.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
In 1937, it was opened for as a monastery for the Benedictine sisters. Yes.
87 years.
Yes,
What
yes.
a what a
Yes, sir.
piece of history. This is going to sound strange. And in that 87 years, the hill was always there.
It was always there. The hill was
Wow.
always there. Nothing has changed except it seems to be getting a little higher and higher. and we have put a lot of fruit trees around in the yard, which also give food to the community at large.
This is great. So there is a special event.
Yes, we are having a stakeout on July 27th.
July 27th.
Yes, and we have chicken and steak. We'll have on the grounds also some fish dinners.
Okay.
And we have pastry stalls. We have cold sodas and water.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we have, of course, they always ask for the St. Martin tarts and cookies and
Yes,
bread,
yes.
and so we will have those things as well. But the main thing is that we ask the community at large to support us in the sense of we accept donations to help us to purchase those things,
Right.
and we will be grateful if they can assist us or buy some tickets,
Right.
and come and enjoy themselves on July 27th
Now,
from 12 noon to 6 p.m.
Now, exactly where will the event be held? At the monastery or at St. Joseph?
On the front lawn of the monastery,
Okay. which
facing
is-
Nassau Street. As you come through the gate,
Right.
on both sides, it will be occupied that day.
Okay. Now, if people wishes to make a donation, do you have any contact, Robert?
Yeah, well, Sister Mary Benedict probably could, they'll be a better person to give you that contact,
Okay.
but they could be made directly to St. Martin's Monastery,
Okay.
and she will tell you how that can be done.
Well, you can bring the donation,
Yes.
or you can call us to pick up the donation, or you can also. Right now, I don't have the information, but you
Okay.
can also call us, and we will give you the bank number.
Okay.
account that you can put it on our account at
Okay.
CIBC.
Okay. Robert, you don't have like an extra cell phone that you perhaps could provide a number now? Because there could be some people who are listening.
Well, I can give the number for the monastery, in
Okay.
which I do have.
You have the monastery
So
number?
it's 323-5517.
Yes.
Repeat that again.
323-5517. 517 or 323
323
5466.
5466. Robert, would you kindly give that number out a couple of times?
Okay, you can contact St. Martin's Monastery by calling 323-5517 or 323-5466. Once again, 323-5517 and 323-5466. So if you have any contributions or donations to make to the annual stakeout for St. Martin's Monastery, call those numbers and then you will be facilitated from there.
Yes.
There is no doubt when you examine the history of the Roman Catholic faith in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and I can only now talk specifically from the island of New Providence. From I was a child, there were always Catholic sisters all over Baintown, and they came with religious symbols, and they would tell Mom and them, listen, we having clinic at St. Francis, bring the children. And I always stood in dread because I do remember the doctor, she would stick you.
Dr. Backham.
Right, Dr. Backham, she would stick you in your finger. And I think once she diagnosed that I was not eating sufficient bananas. I'll never forget that. So the Catholic faith, the Catholic Church, the sisters of the monastery, they played a significant role, and these are senior citizens. I think we all have a duty to give back. Even if you were not personally affected, you would have had relatives, you would have had perhaps children, perhaps neighbors who attended the Catholic Church, attended the Catholic schools, went to Catholic clinics, and the Catholic did it at a point when we were dirt poor. And so if they had not moved all around Bainstown and Grandstown, many of us would not have gotten the health care. So I want Robert to repeat the number again and tell us the date of the cookout.
Okay, once again, the annual stakeout for St. Martin's Monastery will be held on the 27th of July 2024, starting at 12 noon until 6 p.m. And like we said earlier, if you can always support us by purchasing tickets, which are on sale. We have stakeout tickets, we have chicken tickets. They're for $20, but trust me, that $20, it may seem a bit steep, but trust me, you're going to certainly get value for money.
Of course,
you will get, you're talking a half chicken here, and it's good quality food, so it will be money well spent, and you also get an opportunity to support a worthy cause.
Right.
But as I was saying, you can support us by purchasing tickets, or you can support us by making donations to the monastery, and you can do that by calling the following numbers: 323-5517 or 323-5466. So once again, 323-5517 or 323-5466 to make donations or contributions to St. Martin's Monastery 14th annual stakeout.
Now, Sister Mary Benedict Pratt, would you agree with me that donations could either come, they can be money, or perhaps somebody might want to send in a case of chicken?
In kind, yes. In kind donations.
Yes.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
I mean,
so folks, you could even send cases of chicken, perhaps cases of steak, right?
absolutely.
Yeah. I'm certain there's going to be rice, peas and rice.
Well, we
I
don't usually do the pizza, right? What we
Baked
decide.
potato, baked
Baked potatoes.
potatoes,
Yes.
baked potatoes,
Right.
corn, beets, delicious roll
Yes.
and the chicken or the steak.
Right. So, folks, you can make that donation. And let us not forget, when we examine the history of the Roman Catholic Church in the Bahamas, the people of Baintown, the people of Grandstown, we know what role the Catholic played, even if we were not members of the church. They never discriminated. They just came in and said, listen, bring the children so they could be examined. And you would recall in the 60s, a lot of us had worms. So Mama then was glad to take the children there where you got your medicine and was treated. So you tell me that the monastery has been around for 87 years.
Yes.
Wow, this is powerful. Any interesting story you can give me?
About the monastery?
About the monastery, the
Yes.
history, 87 is it's a long, long time.
That's a long, long time, it's
Yeah.
correct. St. Martin Monastery, a lot of people don't understand that where we live now, and St. Martin, at St. Martin's Monastery on the grounds there, in that first building as you look up to the monastery from Nassau Street,
Yes.
you see the steps coming up to a white building.
Right.
That was the first monastery. At that time we used to call it convent.
Convent.
Yes, that was the first convent in 1937.
Wow.
And in fact, before 1937, it was St. Joseph Primary School.
Really?
Yes, and St. Joseph Primary School moved from there down to St. Joseph former church, not the new church,
Right.
the other old church.
Right.
And that building that is connected onto the church was the first building to accommodate those children who were coming from St. Martin Monastery,
Wow.
which was the home and estate of Mr. Palamas. And the street right across from us is Palamas Street.
It's Palamas Street.
Right. And so that's where the street got its name, because that whole estate, going all the way back to Chippingham,
Right.
was Mr. Palamas.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, I thought I knew everything, but I didn't know that.
Yes.
So I want to thank you for that piece of education. So Palamas Street is named after the estate owner.
Yes.
Wow,
Yes.
that's very, very interesting. Do you know if he was a local resident?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay, yeah. Oh, so this is great.
Well,
Come on.
I learned something new today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I didn't know that.
And I didn't know that St. Joseph was on top of the hill.
Yes,
I think I
yes.
heard that story before. I heard that one.
I never heard that.
Yes.
Your late mom is buried in that yard.
Absolutely.
Am I correct?
In
Yeah,
our
she is.
cemetery.
Yes, right in
Yes.
the cemetery. Yes, she
Yes.
is. Yes.
Yes.
So you see?
She's in good hands.
So you see, I know little things. Yeah. So once again, please give your number out.
Okay, once again, the numbers are, if you want to make a contribution to St. Martin's Monastery annual stakeout, the numbers to call would be 323-5517 or 323-5466. Or you can also support us by purchasing tickets, which are a price of $20, but don't worry, you'll be getting good value for money. And also, in addition to the steak and chicken, I think this year we'll be having fish on the grounds.
Fish on the ground.
Okay, good. So
Nice snappers, nice size snappers.
nice size snappers. So we won't be selling tickets for those, but you can come and purchase tickets on the grounds for the fish.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah.
This is great. No conch salad.
We working on that next
Okay.
time.
We
Not
have
this time.
conch fritters,
We have
but
conch
not-
fritters though.
There'll be
Conch fritters.
Oh, conch
Yeah.
fritters.
Yes, yes.
That's just as good. And you did give them the numbers. Did you repeat your number?
Yes,
yet?
I did. Yes, I did.
Did you repeat the date
Oh,
of the event?
I did not do that, but once
Yeah.
again, it's on Saturday, July the 27th from 12 noon until 6 p.m. That's Saturday, July 27th from 12 noon to 6 p.m. You can come on down and get yourself some of the best steaks and the best chicken you have ever tasted in your life. And this year, we're also adding fish, so it'll be some of the best fish
Of
you've ever
course.
tasted in your life. Yes.
And once again, it is the monastery opposite Nassau Street.
Right.
96 Nassau Street.
96.
96 Nassau Street.
Opposite Palema Street.
Opposite Palema Street.
Yes, sir.
This is great. Well, we have to continue to appeal to the public, and this country has always been a Christian community, and we do know the role that the many churches in our society has played, and there can be no doubt in the minds of thousands of Bahamians the history of the Roman Catholic Church in the Bahamas, and particularly on the island of New Providence, hailing from the east. Have to be in Sunderland's village in Fort
That's
Sill,
right. That's true.
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
And
correct.
heading straight to the west.
That's
Yes.
correct.
Yes.
So we need to show our love and appreciation, because Sister Mary Benedict Pratt and scores of young women, they made a wonderful contribution to Christian education in the Bahamas. They're senior citizens, and they deserve our love, our support, and to live in dignity. So let's come out and support it. All right, folks? It's Saturday,
The 27th of
the
July,
27th of July,
12 noon
12 noon.
until 6 p.m.
Well,
At the St. Martin's Monastery grounds on number 96 Nassau Street, opposite Palema Street.
it's powerful.
Yes, sir.
And the tickets will be there. And we're taking donations. If you call them, they'll give you a bank account. You can go and make a bank deposit. If you call them and you have, perhaps one or two kettle of big snappers, or one or two cases of chicken, right?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
We would accept that donation, right?
Gladly accepted. You
Of
bring it
course.
right up on the hill. Drive
Bring it
right up on the hill. We'll
Yeah.
gladly accept it.
And this is going to be great.
Yes.
So we are happy, and I'm excited. These are my first two guests from the church. You got to come back,
Absolutely. Work on that.
Yeah.
We'll work on that.
come back. Let's
Definitely.
discuss some more things.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that.
But we need members of the public to help. Okay? So we need members of the public to give a hand. Give them the numbers again. I wanted to learn these numbers.
323-5517 and 323-5466. Those are the contacts for St. Martin's Monastery. That's number 96 Nassau Street. Once again, stakeout the 27th of July, 12 noon to 6 p.m. Some of the best steaks, some of the best chicken, and definitely this year some of the best fish you've ever tasted in your life. So it's going to be a good time, and it's just a good positive atmosphere. You come up there, this isn't a setup where you just come and buy your food and go. You come there, you fellowship, you interact. You're going to see people. I know now. You come there, Rodney. Now, I mean, you get on those grounds. That could take you about an hour to get off.
That is true.
Yeah, every 2 minutes you're going to go. This one's stopping you. That one's stopping you.
Yeah,
And of
yeah.
course, you see St. Joseph Church down the hill. So
yeah.
that's another 30 minutes right there.
That is true.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's good. So, but like I said, the nuns need our support. They've done a lot. For this country, and like I said, we talking. Prime ministers. We talking prime ministers like Dr. Hubert Minnis.
Yes.
Was certainly one. We talking cabinet ministers like people like Alfred Sayers.
Yes.
I don't want to start calling
My
names.
spiritual advisor.
He's a sad guy, right?
Yeah.
He's a good man.
He went to St. Augustine
He's
College.
a good man.
Yes.
He was grounded in Catholicism. So this is true.
But I thought you were supposed to be working on the spiritual advisor. I haven't seen him one day in St. Joseph Church.
Well, we
can work on that.
we getting close to
Yeah,
it.
we'll get there.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So, Sister Mary, what are your leaving remarks?
I would like to say thank you to Mr. Monaker. In fact, I was a little afraid of what you might say to me, and that I was not able to answer.
Really?
But after I sat here, I felt very comfortable.
This is powerful.
I want to say thank you to the country, to the community at large, and to all our friends, benefactors, and neighbors.
This is powerful.
that we appreciate whatever you're doing for us and will continue to do for us. But especially we ask you for your prayers and support as we grow older in our twilight years, and also as we begin to make some adjustments in our life and downsize, because from 40 to 50 sisters and now we only 10, we need that support for the future. So
I want to thank you. Quickly say something.
Okay, well, like I said, first of all, I'd like to thank you, Mr. Monka, for
Yes.
being so gracious of having us on the show. I know we were talking about this for a while at church, so I see this time you say you called me and told me when I come in on the show, so I'd like to thank you for that, because all of this is support for the nuns and what you're doing right now.
God save the Holy Roman Catholic Church.
Amen.
Back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monka, and of course we had two special guests. Robert Coakley, who is an attorney at law and a member of St. Joseph Catholic Church, and of course Sister Mary Benedict Pratt, who is one of the nuns in the church, and of course the monastery, they're having a cook-up, a fundraising event, and that is scheduled for Saturday the 27th of July. So we want members of the public to support the organization. You know our history, and the Roman Catholic Church has played a leading role within the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and particularly on the island of New Providence. Well, Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. Bradley, welcome back.
Thank you so much. Good
It's
to be
about
here.
5 p.m., so you will do bills first?
Yeah, let's
ahead, then.
let's pay some bills.
All right.
The work center. Yes, the work center. Okay, Rosetta Street. Across the road from Morris Furniture is your one-stop shop for back-to-school dickies, Timberlands, and many, many more. Come on down and let their friendly staff assist you with getting ready for back to school. The work center. Everybody needs money, so, and always as well. So why not send money internationally and locally through Western Union with Money Max? Download the Money Max app today to send cash instantly to a family member or friend anytime and anywhere. Sending money has never been more simpler. The app is available on the Apple Store and Google Play Store. Money Max. Live your Max life.
This is powerful. Well, it's 5. It's birthday time, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I think, yes, it is
Yeah.
birthday time. I think we had a couple. Did you send the list, producer? Where are you? Where did you send? Oh, okay, there you go. All right, so we got a couple birthdays. This is Terry Glinton. Terry Glinton is celebrating her birthday. Happy birthday to Terry Glinton. It's coming from your brother, David Clinton. May God continue to bless you to live and to see many, many more. All the best to you, enjoy. And then, of course, Rosemary Moss. Happy birthday to Rosemary Moss. Mama Rose, who is celebrating her birthday today. It's coming from all her children and friends. Family members, especially the Annex Baptist Church, Ushers Ministry, the Women Ministry, her brother V. Alfred Gray, counselor to Canada. So happy birthday to Rosemary Moss. Mercer, happy birthday goes out to Radio Goddess, that's Jomo. Oh, Just Mo, sorry. Yes, that's right. Just Mo on her Blesses solar rotation from the 103 The Beat and ILTV and Unfiltered Family. We love you every day. Put a little extra today. Happy birthday. That's Mo? That's beautiful. Is that Mo? Wow. How lovely, Mo. Happy birthday to you. All the best. So Mo's name is Marissa. Okay. All right. Happy birthday, Just Mo. Jason Roll. Happy birthday to Jason Roll. It's coming from your wife, your kids, family, and friends, especially your mom, Paulette Mackey. We got a couple of wedding anniversaries, or you want to do the special shout out first? We got a couple of wedding anniversaries, members of the Hybrid Power Church of Christ. This is Freddie and his wife. Sorry, this is Cousin Ellis, forgive me. And his wife Freddie, they're celebrating a wedding anniversary. Happy wedding anniversary to both of you. May God continue to bless you in your marriage, and may you live to enjoy many, many more years of wonderful, beautiful, blissful marriage. Happy anniversary to Freddie and Carlton Ellis. Then, of course, Dr. Chris Curry and his wife Raquel, they're celebrating their wedding anniversary as well. Happy wedding anniversary to both of you. May God continue to bless this union as you enjoy your marriage. Happy wedding anniversary, Dr. Chris and Dr. Raquel Curry. Okay, so Quentin and Tommy Pinder also celebrating their anniversary. Happy wedding anniversary to Quentin and Tommy Pinder, celebrating 15 years of love. All right, all the best to you. Enjoy your anniversary, wedding anniversary. So we're going to do a special shout out? No? Oh, so with this wedding anniversary, the special shout out is coming from your friends and family. That's the Pender family, the Quentin Jr., Tristan Mason, and Sheree. All right, so happy wedding anniversary. Enjoy. All the best. All right, that's it. Sam, do you have anything?
No, I merely want to join you in wishing everybody a happy birthday. Well, I do have a memorial tomorrow. Tomorrow would be the 13th of June. It was on the 13th of June, 1963, that my grand aunt passed away. And so we remember Magnolia Earl Moncur. She died on the 13th of June, 1963. May she rest in peace. Yeah.
All right, that's it.
Okay. Well, folks, I didn't want to express my anger. I decided I would control myself because in studio were two members of my Christian denomination. And so I decided, let me remain calm. But there are some issues that are disturbing me. But let me talk about something that is kind of positive. You recall yesterday a Negro woman who lives in Pinewood Garden called me to complain over the fact that she had gone to one of the government clinics and she was not pleased over the fact that she did not get certain blood works taken care of. And I gave her a promise, and I got a shock of my life. At 7:14 a.m. she called me and she reminded me. Do you have the pictures of that medical institution? You may play them as I talk. She called me and she said she wanted me to keep my word and to go. So I went, and of course it was as if some of the staff knew that I would come, and so they put on their charm, I put on my charm. We became good friends, and then I was able to identify a wonderful civil servant, and I requested if she and I could have a quiet meeting independent of any witnesses. And we did have a wonderful meeting, and we had a frank talk, and I learned some things, and I told her that I was very close with the Health Minister, Michael Dowell, and that whatever it is, I shall find Dr. Michael Dowell and we'll correct it. And so the lady who has had the issue with the blood, we worked that out. They're going to take good care of that woman. But I think I've understood what is happening. There are thousands of Bahamians who identify certain clinics where the staff is well trained, very professional, very loving. And so we choose that clinic. And then when we go to that clinic, sometimes the clinic is overwhelmed. Because, take for instance, I believe that my clinic is the Fleming Street Clinic because I live in Black Village. But that clinic that I attended today has always been my favorite place for blood work. I don't know why. If you told me to go and get some blood work, I head to that clinic. And I figured out a long time what it is. The staff, they can be so loving, they can be so kind, and they treat you well. So we have to find a way where we can encourage the many citizens to go to the clinics within their community. But there were one or two other things that was drawn to my attention. I was so happy that I found people working there who's so reasonable, who's so understanding, and who's so loving. I spoke to a staff who seems to have been hesitant, and I said to her, woman, I want you to know that me and the Minister of Health, Dr. Michael Dowell, we are tight. So you just tell me whatever it is that you want, and I'll find Dr. Michael Dowell. And she was so excited. She said, you're really, really tight. I said, yeah, man, we are very tight. It's like I'm waiting for him. So she's given me an idea of 1 or 2 things, and I'll go find Dr. Michael Dowell and straighten that. But that woman in Pinewood Garden, we have taken care of her. So this is great. So I thank God that at this stage of my life, I'm able to go to the government clinic there and talk with the workers and hear what they have to say and tell them, listen, you don't have to worry about that. I'm taking this straight to Dr. Michael Dowell, and we can fix this. And this is consistent with what Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis told PLPs at a gathering at Mount Moriah. Mount Moriah, when the Prime Minister said, organize the branches, take care of the people there. So everybody knows now. I want everybody to know that I know Dr. Michael Dowell real good. And if there's any problem that you perceive isn't working out well, you tell me and take it from me. I know precisely how to find Dr. Michael Dowell, and we'll get that fixed. So I want to congratulate those hard-working women, and they're doing a good job at that clinic. And who knows, I may send them a case of white malt next week. So I'm going to let the whole country know. I'm going to send them a case of white malt, so nobody could say I'm bribing them. I'm not bribing them. They're working hard, and I think what I'll do, I'll send them a case of white malt. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I thank God for the blessing that Michael Dowell, the health minister, has empowered me where I could tell him these things. You know, it's so good for the democracy. Do you know what it is? To be F&M at heart. But you could go to the PLP Minister of Health and he don't see my politics. He doesn't. Sometimes I say to him, mine is F&M, you know. He said, man, come on. Let's get the people well. Isn't it powerful? So I thought I'll tell that to you for what it's worth. And then I want Miles Laroda to know that on my way to the clinic, I ran into a woman who said she was so happy that Miles is still flitting for mosquito. So if anybody see Miles Laroda, tell him pick up speed, because the woman told me today, I was kind of shocked. She said, listen, you know Mr. Montcalm Miles is still flitting. It's great. What a wonderful country that we live in. Well, having told that to you, I think I could row. There's some things that some of the young men are doing, and they need to stop it. The police had to take into custody 2 young men in Grand Bahama, 143 and 141. Apparently, the police, their social media unit, discovered that a 43-year-old, can you imagine, and a 41-year-old, they were just sending video where one or both at some point were engaged in sex with a young girl. Well, the police found themselves in a position where, because of the law governing consent, and it appears that the girl gave consent for sex. So there is no crime when a female is at the age of consent. But the men were very wrong to video and circulate it. They're not concerned about the reputation of the girl. They're not concerned over the fact that whatever they had done, there was no need for them to do what they did. So the police is now consulting with the Director of Public Prosecution to see if there are any laws that would be applicable to prosecute those two men. So it was rather terrible that mature men could be engaged in that activity. So that is one of the leading stories
Yeah, I kind of looked at
coming out of that area. And then, of course, there are many citizens who are innocent. I have this iPhone, and at my age, sometimes I even don't remember how to answer it, because I suspect I'm having cognitive situation. And I'm shocked when I look at my iPhone and see the sin that they send me. And I say to myself, look how it can cost me get locked up. Poor me, I know the people that send me all of these things. Now my cell phone jammed. I had to get a call. Marcus tell me he's never seen more video on one cell phone like mine. And in my case, they send me 10 and 20 identical video. So all night I'm trying to erase so I can make a phone call. That's what they do to me. And so I want people to be more responsible. How I sound, my spiritual advisor?
Excellent. Now, Sandra, it does appear as if you may have been insensitive
True.
with the story behind the person that is missing out of Chicago. Here's why I'm saying that. But apparently the mother is speaking up, and she said that one of the reasons why she didn't want to get into this argument or debate about the child being transgender or whatever, because what they tend to do is it tends to take away from the fact that you have a person that is missing. And so she said she wanted to mention it, but she decided that it was not the time to do it because of the approach that some people may have based on their particular bias about transgenders. And so the reality is a person is missing, and that is a message that we need to be a bit more sensitive, understand that, hey, you know, how does a mom feel when the child goes missing, regardless to their sexual preference or gender? The reality is you have a missing person. And so it does seem as if you may have been insensitive.
What would have been my insensitivity?
Because you seem to want to be concerned about the gender of the person rather than the person missing. You don't think so?
Taxi drivers on Paradise Island, those few that I spoke to, were very upset to discover that they were told they were looking for a woman.
Okay.
When in fact, it was not a woman.
I don't know if that was the...
I want you to hear what I'm saying. You say I'm being insensitive. You don't
Okay.
want to, you said what I did?
Okay.
I sat back
I'm sorry.
and I allowed you to put that Negro
I'm sorry.
woman in the United States case.
I'm sorry.
And now that I want to put up a defense, you
sorry.
don't want to hear it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So they thought the authorities told us it was a woman. It was a lie. It was not a woman. Don't tell me at 67 I looking for a woman and it's a man who say he's a woman. Tell me that. I'm not being discriminatory. I don't hate the person. Say to me, now Monica, we're looking for a man who say he's a woman. As simple as that. I'm not listening to her. She's an American, and in America,
But it's a child.
she is an American, and in America, she's free to push what she believes. I'm a Bahamian, right? She comes from a state, Chicago, where Chicago has been a gangster state from Al Capone.
but don't do that to her while she's seeking a child, Sandra.
I'm not doing anything to her. She is attacking. She wrongly attacked Chief Superintendent Michael Johnson.
We can say that to you, yes. We can
Well,
say
I
that
don't
to
like
you.
it.
Well, none of us like it. It was mixing oranges and apples.
Right.
And
So I
do
am
believe-
free to express myself.
But Sandra, don't use that to attack about. You know,
I did not use Michael Johnson
Yeah.
to attack her. Way before I heard about Michael Johnson, I said, I broke the story. I said, listen, this ain't no woman we looking for. This
How
is
did
not-
you know?
That's me. Do you know who I am? Huh?
Okay.
This ain't no woman we looking for. Why is the American fooling us? Why is the FBI fooling us? Why you could tell me I looking for a woman when it's a man? You think I care what the man say? And so, when I had an opportunity, I asked the commissioner, please, Commissioner, why is it that y'all didn't say what this was? If a person say he's transgender and he's missing, then say transgender is missing.
Well, you heard the commissioner's response, right?
Oh, what did he say?
Well, he didn't know if he wants to get into the argument.
No, this ain't got nothing to do with what he wants to get into. He has to get the facts.
A person is missing.
The Royal Bahamas Police Force find itself in a controversy because just give the facts. That's all.
The facts is important for you right now.
The facts is always important. The facts is important. All right? Is she concerned about the facts, the mother? She now got Michael Johnson, the chief superintendent, who's on garden leave. She mixing that up.
Yeah, she should apologize.
She's not
I
going to
agree with
apologize.
you. She should apologize
I
for
sat
that.
down in Black Village and I watched the American news. And I watched that woman, right? And having listened to her, I formed an opinion of her.
Which is?
I don't want to express it, but I formed an opinion of her.
Yeah, I thought it was really unfair that they accused the former CDU chief of being dishonest in his search for the person based on some investigations that are now going on. Yeah, that was really unfair to him. I think they should apologize openly to him for that because one has nothing to do with the other.
And she
at
has
all.
to understand that in the real world there are biases and prejudices. In America, you could say you're a lesbian. Here in the Bahamas, we are working on our daughters. We are telling them, listen, don't mind the white people. The white people could be lesbian. The white people could be gay. They could do that. You, with your Negro self, you have to hide it. You could be gay, you know, but hide it from your ma. Hide it from your pa. That lousy son of a gun almost gave his daddy a heart attack. He come back from college. You imagine? You come back from college, and instead of you bring your BA or your MA, you bring your A, talking nonsense to your parents. Huh? Lord of mercy, this is freedom march. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. It's powerful today.
Boy. What a time.
Deal with the American when we come back. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Road is my spiritual advisor. It's a Friday evening. And so, if anybody see, the man that I last voted for was Wade Watson when I was a resident of the Bainstown and Grandstown constituency. I happens to be the first FNM to have voted for Wade Watson. So if you see Wade Watson, please tell him if he would be kind to give me a call. I have a wonderful message for him from one of his constituents. What is happening now is constituents all over New Providence, they recognize that I'm able to get to their MPs, and so they're calling me. And this particular constituent, she happens to be one of the woman there. So Wade Watson, he's gonna have to call me so that I can give him this message privately so that he can take care of one of the woman them. It's powerful. So my spiritual advisor, before we open up this line, you finished throwing this American woman in my face?
We're going to talk some more about it on Monday.
Okay, go ahead.
We're going to be better informed about exactly what's going on.
Well, I am informed. I got a statement.
Yeah.
She's obviously not saved.
Don't do that, Senator, man.
My spiritual advisor, you're not going to tell me that.
Senator,
she is obviously not saved.
That woman is hurting. She is
so you lie. So you lie on Chief Superintendent Michael Johnson.
We know that's wrong.
No.
Everybody recognizes
so
wrong,
she
Senator.
lied, right?
Senator, that was wrong.
I think we should put her on the stop list. I declare.
Now you see what you're doing?
Yes, I as a Bahamian, I think we should put her on the stop list. That's what I mean. I'm a Bahamian. This is my country. I believe we should put her on the stop list.
She's a tourist.
So what? So a tourist.
She's a tourist, Senator.
So as a tourist,
she came here seeking for a child, Senator.
She knows exactly. She knows what her son was into.
Yeah, but Senator, you can't get mad at the woman.
My spiritual advisor, she knows her son is not saved. He's not sanctified. She knows exactly what he was into.
How you bring this child over for the sake of the kingdom now?
I'm not
continuously bashing the child.
I'm not bashing no child. Don't forget now, this is a small society. The same way she is acquiring information, I am acquiring information. All right? These people come to this country, they come with their games. All right? Many of these people who come to our country, they were crooks in their country. They were gangsters in their country.
We don't know
I
that.
continue to give you a story. Watch out for me. I've given this country a story. I said, listen, this matter reminds me of a white American who came to the Bahamas in 1974. Everybody ignored me. I said, and when he came, he was followed by an African American who pursued him on Paradise Island, and the two of them end up in the sun at Yamacraw. And when it was all over, Janet Bostwick had to hang that black man. I told it to y'all. Dame Janet Bostwick hang. And I'll tell you something. I have the case. Because the case went either to the Privy Council. I don't want to call the name of the lawyer who prepared the legal book. So I have the case. I'm quite familiar with the matter. And this is what this sounds like to me. This is what this sounds like to me. All right? And in 1974, I must say was about 17. Would have turned 18 practically at the end of the year. And I remember the story. And that is what this sounds like to me. An American who's involved in hanky-panky in the United States, he comes to the Bahamas, and then we found his body on Yamacraw Beach in 1974. Mrs. Janet Bostwick, Dame Janet Bostwick, was the prosecutor. All right, watch out for me. Watch out for me. That's what it sounds like to me. That's what it sounds like to me. Y'all didn't read the law report. I read the law report. I know who the lawyer is who prepared the law report. I know who the lawyer is who prepared the law report. Because he told me point blank, he said, now if you're going to hang up in my law office, when we're talking law, you have to understand. So go in the library and start reading them books. So I had to go in his library and read the books. So every time he says something, I was able to understand. All right, so I'm listening to these people. They know they were dishonest. And then they force us into dishonesty because we want to take the correct position. We don't want to say the person is gay. If the person say he gay, he gay. If the person say he's lesbian, he's lesbian. If the person say he's transgender, he's transgender. I'm not scandalizing anybody, but I took note when the cab drivers start. They talk to me, you know. I'm still in contact with my colleagues. I'm about to put my cab on the road shortly, and I'll be joining them. All right? So this is what is going on. The woman, she goes, she won the FBI. The FBI has no right to do any investigation in the Bahamas. They may use their political power, and we as Negroes, intimidated by the Americans, might say, yeah, right? But let the FBI tell us the story of this person. And I want Bahamians to know that you could hire an American attorney, and under their law, which we in the FNM didn't implement, they have freedom of information. So you can get this life story of Taylor. Yes, I believe that we ought to find Taylor if we can find him. But the Commissioner of Police said they find the cell phone 50 feet off the shore in the ocean. All right? Don't forget, you know, we had 2 white American women who went to Grand Bahama. They went there as lesbians. By the time they left, the video evidence showed that they were involved with sexual activity with 2 Negroes. Let's not forget it. Let's not forget it. The American is a powerful nation, but there are many Americans who run game. They know we're a third world country. They know we're depending on tourism. So they blackmail you. They blackmail you. All right, let's open up the lines.
All right, the Work Center located Rosetta Street across from Roberts Furniture is your one-stop shop for back to schools, Dickies, Timberlands, and many, many more. So come on down and let their friendly staff assist you with getting ready for back to school. The Work Center. Everybody needs money now and always, so send money internationally and locally to Western Union with the MoneyMax app. Download the MoneyMax app today to send cash instantly to a family member or friend anytime and anywhere. Sending money has never been simpler. The app is available on the Apple Store and Google Play Store. MoneyMax, live your max life. Okay, so we're going to open the lines. We're so sorry we cut into your time. Call us 323. Mom didn't want gender identity to be a distraction.
Right.
That's fair.
No, that is not fair. A part of the investigation, a part of the investigation is to know everything about the missing person.
Okay.
Right? Don't forget.
Okay,
Watch what has
Sandra.
happened here. The transgender community issue a statement. You heard me? This statement has been killed. The transgender community of the Bahamas issue a statement. I took note of that. And they kill it.
They wanted to assist in the investigation,
Yes.
right? All right, so we haven't heard anything about that since then.
You heard what I told you?
Let's do this. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775, 698-0775. What do you make of this case? What are your commentary? Call us. The line's open. 323-7775, 698-0775, 698-0776. I don't know, apparently the mother feels as if it won't be fair play for her child and locating the child if we are distracted with the child's
It's
Sexual
important.
preference,
Not
Senator.
no. It's not sexual preference.
Or gender.
It is what. Anyway,
Go ahead, I'm listening.
we had a right to know it is a transgender person you're looking for. Okay?
How does that assist with the efforts of finding the
Well,
person?
shucks. If Taylor is a woman, he's the ugliest woman I've ever seen.
How does Taylor look to you? Does Taylor look like a woman or a man?
Taylor look like a man.
To you?
Yeah.
Okay, welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live. Go ahead, caller. You there?
Mr. Monko, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Spiritual advisor, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Bahamas. Happy belated independence.
Thank you.
Me and my wife listen to you all the time. And you know speaking?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I only thing I can tell you, if American tell you lies, if American tell you one, stop. Stop working. If they tell you working, one. Everything they say is lies. You see how they kill Haiti? Everything Americans say is lies. Because they know the powerful country, they have money, the money talk, I don't see the rest. Money talk, continue the sentence. Everything Americans is a lie. They have all the gang in Haiti. You see now, they say Haitian can run the country. Everything they say is a lie. They have a plan to kill 6 million people in Haiti. That's why you see, they bring the soldier from Kenya. I don't know how the Prime Minister can send the Bahamian police or defense force in Haiti for this masquerade. They only say to the Americans, they only tell it's lies. Thank you for listening to me.
All right, thank you,
Thank
caller.
you.
Take care. Have a good weekend. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775. Sorry, 698-0776. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live. Go ahead, caller. You there? Did we lose that call? Welcome to Freedom March, caller. All right, we lost that call. It's 323-7775, 698-0775, 698-0776. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Good afternoon, Spiritual Advisor.
Good afternoon.
Senator
God save the king.
John the Baptist.
John!
How are you?
Listen, I am here. When last have you baptized the people then?
Man, they need to get saved. You got to be saved. Baptized, then saved.
I've not seen you, nor have I seen a collection.
I will find you the Senator.
God save the king.
But David Allen sometimes by prayer and the country itself is suffering from shame and unforgiveness. And so if you're gay, and you declare that you're gay, why you won't be ashamed? You shouldn't be ashamed about that. If you're gay, come out and say you're gay. And then let's move forward. And then we have an honest discussion. It ought not be any, if you do an investigation, you need full information. So I agree with you, Senator, wholeheartedly.
And in his case, he's not gay, he's transgender.
Well, I don't even know what transgender is.
Right.
I don't know.
I really even don't believe he's transgender. I believe he's a eunuch. If he had castration, then he cannot be a woman. In ancient days, when you cut out the reproductive organs, you are a eunuch.
But Senator,
Yes?
if you're going to do an investigation, and if the investigation is going to be transparent, and in all honesty, if it's going to be, if that's what you want, transparency,
Yes.
and then let us have all the evidence on the table.
Yes.
And then let us examine the evidence and let the chip fall where it may.
Yes.
But once you hide a tip of the evidence, then it's not transparent.
But John, listen, you must be a holy man. You are John the Baptist.
Thank you.
This is powerful.
Thank you so much, Carl. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live. John the Baptist. Caller, you there?
Hey, good afternoon, y'all. Ronnie Manka,
Sir.
Spiritual Advisor,
Good afternoon.
and good afternoon to your producer, our People's Independence. 2 quick points. Ronnie Wonka, my medicine is going to be legalized on Monday.
What medicine is this, comrade?
Yeah, all right, marijuana.
What do you take dope for?
I take dope for medical purposes, and when I was in Jamaica, I had what you call marijuana tea, like pharmacy. Marijuana tea tastes good. It's good for a lot of things.
Are
It's
you
like,
still taking marijuana while you're in Nassau?
No, it's illegal. I can't do that. I go to jail if I do that.
Okay.
But after next week, I should be able to drink my marijuana tea,
No,
plant
Negro.
my tree in my yard, and have a good time.
No, Negro. You're gonna
Uh,
need, no. That ain't gonna happen just like that. You're gonna need a license.
Well, yeah, whoever have the license, I'll be able to buy from them.
Okay.
But anyway, you see, I go. My second point is I watched that video with the mother. I know she's emotional, right?
Right.
My sympathy goes out to her, but I don't think give her the right to attack my Royal Bahamas police force and the Bahamian integrity. I think our force are waking up to investigate it. That's like me going in America. Something happened to one of my relatives, and I attacked the FBI and American police force. That's not good. You know, and I think she should have, and her emotion, should apologize. No, she's emotional right now. You understand the emotional. Understand she lost a son or lost a girl, whatever they call it.
Who tell you her child is lost?
Well, but I don't know what happened, but right now, that don't give her the right to insult the law enforcement officers.
Yeah, I quite agree with you. We thank you for
Yeah.
your observation.
You-
Thank you.
You all have a good day, man. You
All
look
right, take
good,
care.
man.
Oh, take
And
care,
I
Colin.
enjoy the independence, and I want to take hats off to the executive and the planners, and also the member for Seabreeze for planning a wonderful independent. And Grandma Hamo's carrying on. So I appreciate the LB, Gina Moxie, and her team, and Grandmama team. Grandmama's on the move, Nassau's on the move, Bahamas on the move, Ronnie Monka.
We thank you.
all of you. Have a good day.
Do
All
well.
right, take care, caller. 323-7775. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live. Turn your radio down for us, please, caller, and then engage us, okay? Mr. Producer, that call is listening to that thing. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. All right. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775, 698-0776. All right, Sandra, we don't need more calls. So,
Yeah. Well, look at what the mother say.
Okay.
The mother say,
You have the statement?
yeah, I got it right here. Mom didn't want gender identity to be distraction. Taylor Casey's mother said she was hesitant to reveal her daughter's transgender identity because she did not want it to distract from efforts to find the missing Chicago native. Now, if she had told the police, my daughter is a transgender man, the police search everywhere except where in the transgender community. The transgender community has not been searched, you know.
That's a strong argument.
Right. So, and then the transgender man issue a statement. What would I say? The transgender man issue a statement. He said he wanted to investigate. All of a sudden, somebody quieted him up. So certainly then, he might be in the transgender yoga retreat. As simple as that.
Yeah, so if you know what you're looking for, then you know where to look.
Yes.
That's a very strong argument, Sandra.
Yeah.
I didn't look at it that way.
Well, my spiritual advisor, this
So
man.
what should have been happening is they should have gone into the transgender community first to see if they can identify.
The
to see
police
if that's the
ain't
person.
reached there yet because they ain't know he's a
Yeah,
transgender.
yeah. So they're looking and they're looking among the women to see if they can find this person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to Freedom March, Call. You're live. Go ahead, Call. You're live.
Hello,
Good afternoon. How are you, ma'am?
I'm fine, thank you.
Great. Go ahead. You're live.
Yes, I'm calling to say that if you should see Wade Watson, MP for Bain and Grantstown, could you wish him a happy birthday for me, please?
When is his birthday?
Today,
Really?
today.
I
Yes.
shall let me wish Wade Watson a happy birthday. God bless him. How old is he now?
I'm his mother and siblings.
You was his mother?
Yes, sir.
Hello, my dear. I haven't seen you in a long time. You remember we met?
I'm in Freeport.
Okay.
We're in Nassau.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm looking at you now.
Well, this is powerful. Listen, if you hear from him, tell him I have a message from a sick constituent, okay?
Okay.
This is powerful. And I
All
want
right.
you to know that I voted for him, okay?
I heard you just said that.
Yeah, I voted for him. Listen, he's never seen anybody to vote for him the way I did it. I dance, I jump up and down, and I turned to somebody. I said, say, man, take one and satisfy, woman, take two. And it was over.
Thank you so much, caller.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
Okay.
Thank you
Okay.
very much.
All right,
Wade
bye-bye.
Watson, your mother called in to say today is your birthday. Blessed is a man whose mother continue to live and remember his glorious birth. It's wonderful. Yeah, so in the case of
You
Casey,
have any more calls, Baden? 1 second, Senator.
Go ahead, my
Welcome to
spiritual
Freedom
advisor.
March Call. You're live.
Senator, good afternoon.
good afternoon, comrade.
Should it be can it be that a gag order can be placed on the mother? I'm just playing with the law now. A gag order.
No,
be
no.
placed- I'm not finished. I'm not finished. Can a gag order be placed on her because she has not provided evidence, and as a result of that, she has tampered with the case?
No. First of all, her outrageous stories are being done in the United States. And even if she had said what she said here in Nassau, it would not be scandalous or slanderous. So I don't believe in any gag order. I believe that we should rebut her and curse her out. Simple as that. That's what I think, because she was dishonest. You come, you're looking, man, please stop laughing, man. You're looking for son. Your son say to you, Mom, I'm now a girl. Okay? You have to say that to the police. You have to say that to the police. Listen, I give birth to a son, but he now say he's a girl. The police need to have those things. Yeah, the police may laugh. Please don't be upset if you come to a country and people start laughing. We're not Americans. So you can't expect me, who the church tell. I know there's a lot of hypocrisy, but the church tell me these things are sinful. Mama said it's sinful. All right? So why you want to change me if you think by telling me that the person is a transgender, I may get upset?
We got 2 calls, wait.
Huh?
We got 2 calls.
Go ahead,
wait.
my spiritual advisor.
Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Senator,
Yes?
I'm a white Negro.
Really?
I watch your show every day.
This is powerful. Go ahead, talk. Talk
Go
to me.
ahead.
I'm from the great island of Pitagua.
Really?
Okay, caller.
Talk to me. Don't listen to the phone. Time running.
You know, I went to try answer you just now in regards to you were talking about the people there.
Yes, what about the people then?
I just keep I try to answer them.
Call me Monday. Call me Monday.
But anyway,
Oh, Lord.
anyway,
Yeah.
stand up. I'm living
I know you personally. If you see me, you'll know, right?
Okay.
but I can't no more because
Anyhow,
Call me Monday. Hang up on that nigga.
we're coming to the end of the show.
Listen,
Sandra.
folks, this is the weekend. Let's be safe. Okay? Let's be safe. Let's be safe. For you young men who know that there are hitmen looking for you, for heaven's sake, lay low. You can lay low if you have to call the police and say, listen, I'm intimidated. May I spend the night at the nearest police station? Do well, everybody. Do well, everybody. My spiritual advisor. give me a
Until
hug.
Monday, if it's the Lord's will, we'll be back, Sandra.
God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save our blessed King, King Charles III, the entire royal family. God save the King. Do well, everybody.